For the past few years, we've had to constantly pick ourselves up from the ground after the regular death of some of our favorite characters in The Walking Dead. Some of the cast members left the show scandalously. Some got unexpectedly thrown out from the series, some traded the show for family, and some for Hollywood blockbusters. Find out all the unexpected details about the former cast in our video. Chandler Riggs as Carl. We all watched Carl grow up right in front of our eyes. His death came as a shock to fans. After all, he was one of the few characters that stayed alive from the pilot episode of the series, right up to season 8. Well, although it may have seemed like the actor made the decision to leave on his own, in pursuit of other challenges, this actually wasn't the case. Riggs' dad revealed in a now deleted Facebook comment that it wasn't his son's decision to leave, and he's really mad about what they did to his son. Watching Gimple fire my son 2 weeks before his 18th birthday after telling him they wanted him for the next 3 years was disappointing, Riggs wrote. I never trusted Gimple or AMC, but Chandler did. I know how much it hurt him. But we do absolutely know how lucky we have been to be a part of it all and appreciate all the love from fans all these years. Chandler himself reveals that leaving the show sucked, but he's really happy with how he left the show. In comparison to other actors, Riggs really left without scandal, but we will talk about that later. Now the actor is filming on ABC's drama A Million Little Things in a guest role. We wish him luck. At 19 years old, he already has an 8-year-long successful career, and we're sure that he has many more roles to come. Andrew Lincoln as Rick. After Carl's death, many fans started actively discussing the departure of Andrew Lincoln, because the main thing for Rick from the very first series was the desire to protect his family. Here, the actor is similar to his character. In real life, he also puts his relatives above everything else. Lincoln left the show that brought him worldwide fame in favor of spending more time with his family in the UK. I have 2 young children, and I live in a different country, and they become less portable as they get older. It was that simple. It was time for me to come home, revealed the actor. Daryl Dixon star Norman Reedus supported him in an interview with Vanity Fair. I have a son myself, and I'm constantly going back and forth to go see him, and it's hard to do that. You can't be mad at him for leaving. But it's understandably a little bit difficult to forget about a character with whom Andrew has been inextricably connected for 8 years. Not only the fans, but he himself admitted that it was too painful to leave the series behind for good. Good news, Lincoln will return to the set, not as an actor, but to make his directorial debut on the series in season 10. I'll be shadowing. I can't wait, actually, Lincoln revealed. I think my wife's been keen to kick me out of the house. She says, go back and see them. Stop moping around and making chutney. Lincoln's return did not only make the actor himself happy, but also his friend and co-star Norman Reedus, who knows how much Andrew missed this job. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Reedus said, "It's funny because I talked to Andy the other day, and he was like, man, I picked the wrong time to leave the show because it's so good right now." Despite Andrew's promise to fans that he is never going to return to the Walking Dead TV series, he will portray Rick in the movie trilogy. Can't wait to find out what happened to him after that helicopter took him. Lauren Cohan as Maggie Greene. Rumors about her departure started to spread at around the same time as Lincoln's, but her reason for leaving is completely different. Despite the fact that her character is also one of the leading characters, her salary was substantially lower than those of her male co-stars Andrew and Norman. So when her contract ended, she began renegotiations. But alas, AMC and Lauren did not come to an agreement. Lauren immediately made herself available for the new projects, and that's how she got the main role of a CIA agent in ABC's series Whiskey Cavalier. Fortunately, this does not mean the end for her character, as she still appeared in several episodes of Season 9, and we will still occasionally see Maggie in the seasons to come, even if it's no longer as a main cast member. I wonder where Maggie is now, and how the screenwriters will explain the character's long absence. Jeffrey DeMunn as Dale. This character wasn't supposed to be killed off so quickly, and this was not without conflict. DeMunn had worked with Darabont before, who has written and produced the series, and it was mostly because of him that he agreed to take a role of the then unknown zombie series. I didn't have to think about it. It was frank. I knew it was going to be quality, said DeMunn. But after the first season, AMC and Darabont did not reach a general agreement on the number of seasons and their budget. And then there were the shocking leaked emails that Darabont had written to the showrunners and the cast. I deserve better than a heart attack because people are too stupid to read a script and understand the words, wrote Darabont. In another email, Darabont wrote of 2 writers on the show, saying that he should have hunted them down and killed them with a brick, then gone and burned down their homes. AMC's decision is quite reasonable if he did really communicate like this with everyone, but maybe we don't know something, as DeMunn was unpleasantly shocked by the dismissal of Frank Darabont and asked for his character to be killed after that. "Dale's death was my decision," the actor said. "I was furious about how Frank was pushed out of the show, so I called them and said, 'It's a zombie show. Kill me. I don't want to do this anymore.'" The creators put in some effort and killed Dale with extreme cruelty. Steven Yeun as Glenn. He was one of the favorite characters on the show. It was so sad to see his death. And not only for us, the actor Steven Yeun also grieved about it.
I had known for some time about that death, and if I'm gonna be honest with you, I was like really excited for that day.
Despite the fact that he knew for 2 years that his character would be killed, Yeun revealed that he had an existential crisis after leaving the show. He revealed the reason behind it during an interview at Walker StalkerCon. "Not because I longed to be back there, but because I was made to feel the loneliness of life, which is that decisions aren't made for you," he said. He was 27 when the first season aired, and it was an opportunity to delay maturity. But then after the show, Yeun became a father, and it was a difficult time for him. "You get out of that show and you're about to have a kid and you're an adult now," he said. And you go, "Holy shit, I'm in charge of my life. I am making choices. There's no next step." But apparently he learned to cope with this, since he has already starred in 5 films and many TV shows. Moreover, in early December 2018, the couple is expecting their second child. So we can say that the departure from The Walking Dead only boosted Steven's development even further. Sarah Wayne Callies as Laurie Grimes. That death was the most heartbreaking one in the early seasons. Poor Carl. Her character was supposed to die in another way, and it looks like it involved her baby daughter, judging by the comics. But neither Sahar nor executive producer and director Greg Nicotero could do that to a newborn girl. Andrew Lincoln had a really difficult time when she left. For me, Sarah was the best leading lady that I've ever had the pleasure of working with, so it's an enormous loss. But that said, what it does for the journey and the character development of Rick and the boy and everyone else in the group is great compensation, he said. Since she's been gone, she has managed to adopt a child, starred in 4 films and 4 TV shows. You've probably heard about Kelowna. We hope to keep seeing her on screen as often as possible. Laurie Holden as Andrea Harrison. And this character was supposed to live happily ever after, or, well, just live long. Initially, Holden signed a contract for 7 seasons, so this unexpected murder was a shock for both fans and her. In fact, this is exactly what the creators of the series wanted, to add some heartbreaking death to pique the audience interest. Holden didn't appreciate this, saying, "I think the whole stuff that they wrote about Andrea and the governor was complete and utter nonsense." She is grateful that her character was given the opportunity to die on her own terms, but so much more had to happen to Andrea. Moreover, according to the comics, she would have to be the next big love interest for Rick Grimes. But nevertheless, leaving the show gave the popular actress the opportunity to play in a dozen new roles, including The Americans and Dumb and Dumber 2. Sonequa Martin Green as Sasha Williams. Sasha was such a beloved character, and it was terrible to see her becoming a dead walker. Well, while filming the 7 seasons, she got the main role in the Star Trek Discovery series. I know some people might think that I left Walking Dead to do Star Trek, but it did not happen that way. It was after Walking Dead was already ending that the opportunity for Star Trek came, revealed the actress. She was ready for Sasha's death in The Walking Dead as everything was leading to this. In the comics, Sasha also did not live long. Therefore, her death, as odd as this may sound, can be called a lucky coincidence for the actress, because she is the first African-American female lead in a Star Trek series. She looks awesome in that Star Trek costume. She also often shares cute photos with her husband and son on social media. Did you know that Martin Green was pregnant during the filming of the 5th season of The Walking Dead? Costume designers did their job really well when they covered up her baby bump by wrapping Sasha in thick layers of clothing and using larger guns. Danai Gurira as Michonne. Yes, we know she's not dead, at least for now. Before the 9th season ended, everyone's beloved actress announced that the 10th season would be the last for her character, and that she would appear only for a handful of episodes in it. Again, with Rick's departure, this is an understandable decision. But there is good news, Gurira will be filming an upcoming The Walking Dead movies with Andrew Lincoln. Her departure is also likely due to her success in the Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War films. Moreover, Gurira is also the playwright of the Broadway play Eclipsed, for which she was even nominated for a Tony Award. We love Danai. We're so happy for her and the incredible moment in her life and her career that she's having, both in terms of writing and acting. We're hoping to treat fans to a lot of very cool, meaty stories for Michonne, said the creators of The Walking Dead. In any case, we won't lose sight of Gurira and will continue to follow her career. Which of the characters do you miss the most? Thanks for watching! Check out these other great stories from OSSA, and subscribe for new videos about your favorite stars.